I learned recently that the song Beautiful Briny from Bedknobs and Broomsticks was actually originally written for Mary Poppins, but was scrapped from that film and put into Bedknobs and Broomsticks. And I have to say, as much as Mary Poppins is my favourite musical, I'm really glad it was in Bedknobs, because this is, without a doubt, my second favourite Disney musical, one of my favourite musical films, and certainly one of the most nostalgic films from my childhood. This film holds a very special place in my heart. It was released in 1971, and it was directed by Robert Stevenson, with animations by Ralph Wright and Ted Berman, and starring, of course, Angela Lansbury and David Tomlinson. And I have to say, this film is just incredible. So in case you're not aware of what this is about, I'll read the description from IMDb. And this says, an apprentice witch, 3 kids, and a cynical magician, conman, search for the missing component to a magic spell to be used in the defence of Britain in World War II. Right, so first of all, I don't think I ever really picked up on the fact as a child that Emilius, played by Tomlinson, was a magician conman. I don't think I ever really knew who he was when I was watching this as a child, but that didn't really detract from the enjoyment. The fact that we have these 3 refugee siblings being adopted by Angela Lansbury, who plays Eglantine Price, Miss Price, our trainee witch, is just absolutely wonderful. She's definitely not the kind of person who would look after children. She doesn't adopt or foster them, she's just looking after them during the war effort when they're evacuated. And she tries to hide the fact that she's a trainee witch from them, but eventually they find out, and together with Emilius, they go on this magical journey where they turn the knob of the bed, and suddenly the bed is taking them off to these magical locations, and that's where we get the contrast with the animation. And we do have that fabulous underwater scene where they're playing football and things, bobbing along on the bottom of the beautiful briny sea. The animation quality is really great, and it's lovely to see the contrast between the live action and the animation. Even for the 70s, I think they did a spectacular job with it, and it really, really brings it to life. I don't think it's quite as crisp as Mary Poppins. You know, when we blend live action and animation with Mary Poppins, it seems to pop a bit more. But not so much with Bedknobs and Broomsticks, but that's never really a problem, and it's certainly not something that I'm going to split hairs about, because it's absolutely beautiful. I grew up obsessed with witches, and Miss Price was one of my favourite witches without hesitation. I used to practice her spells to try and get my broomstick off the floor and things. I absolutely loved her, and I still absolutely do. The story is incredible. The acting is beautiful. It's really fun and engaging, and so easy to get along with absolutely everybody in this. The soundtrack is what makes it even more ridiculously incredible. Could I pick out some favourites? Yes, I could. Eglantine, absolutely love that. Portobello Road is ridiculously addictive. Good luck ever going to Portobello Road and not singing it. The Beautiful Briny, Substitutionary Locomotion, and The Old Home Guard. I love The Old Home Guard. Really beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous soundtrack with some songs that I listen to on a regular basis. I do actually have this soundtrack, and I just think it's truly phenomenal. Bedknobs and Broomsticks is unquestionably one of the best Disney films ever, but moreover, just one of the best films ever. I cannot fault it in any way. It will always, always hold a very special place in my heart. And every time I watch it, I smile.